Well, we've had some very on-theme discussions for the month of October, being spooky season and all, and today's great debate.
It's
no exception. We are talking which is better, ghost stories, scary movies. Charlie, take the floor.
I have to go by default here because I'm not a big scary movie person. I don't love horror films. I don't mind movies that have tension. I can do like a light scary movie, but if you're talking like scary, I'm out. So I'm gonna go with ghost stories for a couple reasons. One, it always means that you're usually around a campfire with a bunch of good friends, you're having a good time, there's a fun vibe, and then somebody tells a spooky story. It's more communal and enjoyable. So that is my argument for ghost stories.
I concur. I too am more of a ghost story as opposed to a scary movie. I think for me, I actually just find those like suspenseful, haunted thrillers to be scarier. I think when your mind has to do a little bit more work, like that's when I can't sleep at night, is when I'm like, what was that? It's the ghost. He's come to get me. Whereas like slasher films don't scare me like that, I guess. That I'm just like,
yeah, I can't do the slasher films. They're both
there.
too gory and like,
but they're also
just
silly a lot of the time. Like a lot of times they're silly, and
Well,
so
yeah.
it's like, well, you know, I understand them and I can appreciate them for what they are, but they're not necessarily what I seek out. Now, the key to a good ghost story, though, of course, is the storyteller. My brother is a very good ghost storyteller, and actually, the guys with Historic Lewis, when they do their ghost stories, incredible ghost storytellers. I was entranced by one of the ghost stories that they were telling us. But we always turn our great debate over to you guys. And from what I can tell, there's a little bit of disagreement between us and you. Several of our viewers were saying that the scary movie is better. Steve said scary movies. Donald said scary movies because they have a hint of believability. He says there's no such things as ghosts. Ooh, Donald, bold words. Chris says ghost stories. Carol says neither. She's not a fan of getting scared, I guess.
So that brings us up to a good question. Are you a believer in ghosts?
I'm not a believer in ghosts. I mean, have I personally had a ghostly encounter? No. But when somebody tells me or recounts their ghostly encounter tales, I'm like, oh, it must be true. But I'm not denying it.
I always like to say, I don't believe in ghosts, but I will run out of a dark basement if I hear the wrong thing, because I could be wrong.
That's right. That's one that you don't want to be wrong on. And I think it's fun to believe in ghosts. I think the supernatural, like, I get all in. I get all into it. I think it's a fun thing to be all about. So, you know, I personally have not seen any proof of paranormal activity, but I'm certainly
Slimer
not
hasn't come
denying
to visit you. He hasn't
not yet.
been
Not yet.
tooling around the house.
No, I know, and I want to see a ghost so bad. So maybe this year will be the year. But you can always chime in on our great debate too. You can head over to our socials, especially Facebook. That's where it's extra fun because you get to see everybody in the comments. But we do have to take a quick break. We've got more CoastLife though coming your way.